Hi, YouTubers. It's Evan X video now, so video now. So it's going to be an interesting topic right now. So anyway, an interesting topic as of December 14th, 2020. So freaking cool. So anyway, discuss space right now something important. So about YouTube again, nice big ass YouTube like a big ass cigar, which basically is sensitive issues. So I've covered inappropriate language, sexually suggestive content, violence. Now we want to discuss basically sensitive events. Now, how do sensitive events impact your ads? Keep in mind, community guidelines are very important, terms of service, terms of use, and obviously for the last damn time, I do not work for YouTube. I'm not a YouTube employee. This is just general information, so take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, so how do YouTube how do sensitive issues affect your ads? In general, most sensitive issues are not safe for ads. Most issues, there's kind of a rule of thumb in the last 100 years what I've heard. So if you are talking about something that's happened in the last 100 years, something that would happen like World War II, that kind of crap, even in the last like 20 to 30 years, that kind of crap, not safe for ads. For what I understand about YouTube, nice big ass YouTube like a big ass cigar, advertisers are very, very sensitive, very cautious about what they associate their brand with, and especially sensitive events. Sensitive events are one of the things that are very non-negotiable. So some things like inappropriate language, like you can say, the F word once in a while, no problems. You can even, have a video that's full of cursing and still be safe for most ads. But sensitive events are very hard to get around. Even if something is just described in a educational way, it's generally not safe for ads because you're talking about a very sad event. So think about things like school shootings, mass terrorism, that kind of crap, that kind of shit. So that's the kind of stuff that's just not safe for ads. Now, what would be safe for ads, if you were wondering, would be something that happened a long time ago. So there's an event from a long time ago, and it's really quieted down. Nobody talks about it anymore. For example, the American Revolutionary War. That's something that would be safe for ads, even though that was a very bloody event, even though it was a very sad time for the United States people, the Revolutionary War in the 1700s, because that happened a long, long, long time ago. That's something that is generally safe for ads. Even the American Civil War, even though that was a very graphic, very bloody war, because it happened, 150, almost 200 years ago, that's something that would be safe for ads. That kind of crap would be safe for ads. But on the other hand, something like, something that happened 10 years ago, I think you know what I'm alluding to, 10, 20 years ago, think of, domestic terrorism, school shootings, really sad events, stories of sexual abuse, that kind of crap, that kind of shit, generally not safe for ads. And that's the kind of stuff that's not going to run ads. It's going to only receive the yellow icon. So that's what you want to be aware of, is even if, and the key point is, this is what YouTube tells us, is even if you're discussing it without showing any graphic imagery, even if you don't show like pictures of whatever, that kind of crap, you're still discussing a very sensitive topic, and it's generally not safe for ads unless it happened a long time ago. And there's a very key element, sorry, just my computer, that if it happened within the last 100 years, it's probably not safe for ads. So even if something that happened in the 1940s, something involving mass death, I think you know what I'm alluding to, then that's generally not safe for ads either. So think of, really catastrophic events, natural disasters, all that kind of crap, that stuff is not safe for ads. Anyway, Big Oscar for Life, pretty freaking cool. Bye.